Hey everyone, my name is Matt Jones. I'm the preaching minister here at the Hilldale Church of Christ, and you're watching Organic Christianity. Okay, I want to encourage you to open up your Bibles to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. This is the verse we're going to look at today and find a lesson from it. Now, I need you to understand the context here. Paul is in chapters 8 through chapter 10 of 1 Corinthians talking to the Christians here about their liberties as Christians and lets them know, especially concerning meat sacrificed to idols. Hey, it may not be a good idea to partake of eating of that meat because, yes, you can technically, but it may hinder people from obeying the gospel. And it may hinder people who are a little bit weak in the faith. And so Paul is encouraging these Christians, hey, don't do anything that's going to hinder people from being faithful Christians. And in chapter 9, he's continuing this idea, but now he's going to be directing it more towards him as an apostle and the liberties that he could have, but he doesn't quite take use of because, again, in verse 12 of chapter 9, he's going to talk about how he doesn't want to hinder the gospel in any way. And so when you get down here to verse 25, notice he says, everyone who competes in the games exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. Now, I want you to look at this with me. Notice everyone who competes. Now, that word for competes is the Greek word agonizomai. Now, it has the idea of struggling or straining for something or contending in these competitive games, right? Now, he's going to talk about struggling in this idea of exercising self-control. And if we're all honest with ourselves, self-control is an agonizing effort, isn't it? Because there are things that we would want to do, but Paul is saying, these people who are trying to share the gospel have to agonize in practicing self-control because, yes, in the 1 Corinthians case, Paul's saying, yeah, I would love to take money from people to help me in my efforts as I share the gospel, but I don't do that. You see, he is practicing this self-control. Now, notice why he does it. He says they do it, talking about these competitive people in the secular sense. They do it to win this victory crown, but we do it to win this imperishable victory crown, right? Now, these we he's talking about are these Christians, right? These sharers of the gospel. They want to practice self-control, agonize in practicing this self-control so that we can ourselves win this imperishable victory crown, but also help others win this imperishable victory crown, right? We want to encourage other people to come to Christ. And sometimes that takes us practicing self-control. Yes, there may be some things that are okay for us to do. And in Paul's case, it was eating meat sacrificed to idols. He's saying, yeah, that's okay for y'all to do, but it could hinder somebody from obeying the gospel. So for us, there may be things in our life that are okay for us to do, but let's not do those so that we can help win those to Christ and help people win that victory crown. I hope this has been an encouraging study for you. Chapter 9, verse 25 of 1 Corinthians is a really cool verse, but it's also really cool when you see it in its context. I hope you will share this video, or if you have questions, reach out. I would love to be able to study with you or help answer any questions you may have. But thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a blessed week.